That ad they was running during the football games this weekend claiming the vice president supports funding gender transition surgeries for all prison inmates and migrants in the U.S. That was nuts.
Yo, we finally talking about this, bro. Swear it to the truth, nothing but the truth. Put my hands on the Bible, y'all point me to the booth. Swear it to the truth. Yo, new season, new colors, new merch, new swag. Go over to Imago Day of Paradise Shop and get in your bag with our latest gear. I promise you won't be disappointed. Rep the kingdom, I rockin' his image. Every order and purchase goes into helping me bring you better content. And so every order and purchase is greatly appreciated. We thank you for the support, and as always, peace and love. Yo, what's going on with it, man? So I got a crazy one. Good one, but crazy one for you all today, man. So Charlatan the Fraud, aka what y'all know him as, Charlamagne the God, finally talks about something I've been waiting for people to talk about for the longest, and that being Kamala Harris being in support of our tax-paying dollars going towards funding sex changes for illegal immigrants. You heard that right. I said a mouthful. I say it again. Kamala Harris being for our tax-paying dollars going towards funding sex changes for illegal immigrants. Now, if stuff ain't already crazy enough where you got them, they just throwing financial aid to the Ukrainian and Russian war. Then you got the hurricane issue going on where now they're asking for people to support and people to give, but they're not actually giving financial aid to the hurricane, to the victims of the hurricane. You got somebody that wants to give to something that's not important at all. And Charlatan spoke up on that. He spoke up on it to say it, yo, this was actually effective. If I'm actually listening to something right now, I'm listening to that. And heck no, I do not want my taxpaying money to go to funding sex changes for illegal immigrants. But if you don't believe me that she supports that, watch this video right here, bro.
Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners.
Surgery.
For prisoners.
For prisoners. Every transgender inmate in the prison system would have access.
It's hard to believe, but it's true. Even the liberal media was shocked Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners and illegal aliens.
Every transgender inmate would have access.
Kamala's for they, them. President Trump is for you.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
What was even crazier that at the end of the day, people are going to still vote for her, either because they want to see a black person as the president, a woman as the president, or a black woman as the president. And some people just don't want Trump in office simply because they don't like him from what things that the media have said, but they haven't actually done their own research. But without further ado, bro, listen to Charlatan for yourself and let's hear what he got to say.
I'll tell you what, that ad they was running during the football games this weekend claiming the vice president supports funding gender transition surgeries for all prison inmates and migrants in the U.S. That was nuts. I don't know if it was.
I wouldn't say nuts, but that was crazy.
That was funny.
I don't know if it was the backdrop of football. But when you hear the narrator say Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners, that one line, I was like, hell no, I don't want my taxpayer dollars going to that.
I definitely see that. She did
that. Ad was effective.
Kamala took a picture with a transgender. And it was just what they were saying, that it made it seem like Kamala supports transgender sex changes in jail with our money. That's what it came across.
Yeah, isn't that what they're saying?
It literally said that Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners, and it talks about how she supports funding gender transition surgeries for all prison inmates and migrants in the United States. That ad was impactful. It was. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, damn.
Was it because it was during football?
Yes.
I think it was because it was during football.
But then last week, like the contrast of it.
Yes.
But then last week they had the same thing running on Tim Walsh and said he likes tampons in boys' bathrooms.
I would not have paid that. I don't think I would have paid that commercial no attention if it was any other time. But when you're watching football and you just what the hell? In between big commercials, they give you this?
Yo, bro, that's a real thing. That is a real thing. And while we're at it, let's talk about the 2019 ACLU questionnaire.
CNN just posted an article that is absolutely legitimately true. And it's kind of blowing my mind that they did, but
That's what it looks like. Let me show you what's in it. This piece admits that Kamala Harris, when she was running for president in 2020, supported taxpayer-funded transition sex change surgeries for detained migrants, that means illegal immigrants, and for people in federal prison. Yes, prisoners. It also shows that she supported cutting ICE funding, ending all immigration detention centers, yes, all of them, that's where illegal immigrants go, and supporting the decriminalization of every drug. That means fentanyl, that means PCP, it means heroin, you name it, she wants to decriminalize it. Don't take my word for it off the headline, I will show you the inside of the piece. You can see here, they got a hold of a questionnaire where she told the ACLU that she supported taxpayer-funded sex change surgeries for illegal immigrants and federal prisoners. She also said that she supports a third gender on ID cards for non-binary folks. And here's that part about immigration where she says she would be ending all immigration detention facilities. That means all of the places where we put illegal immigrants to detain them. And here's the part about drug possession, her wanting to decriminalize drugs like heroin, fentanyl, PCP. So please send this to your liberal friends or to those people you know who don't know who to vote for in this election. Ask them if any of this makes sense to them, because this is extremist nonsense and we cannot have somebody running our country who believes this is the path forward unless we want our country not to exist anymore.
That she filled out, where she also talked about decriminalizing all drugs. I'm talking about the hard acid, cocaine, heroin, fentanyl. She talking about decriminalizing all that. Well, not so long ago, you were putting men in jail for small grams of marijuana, and they was getting big time sentences where you can literally go and look this stuff up for yourself. But now she want to decriminalize all drugs, bro. Not only that, she wants to get away. She wants to do away with detention centers for illegal immigrants. And she said herself here recently that she would do away with that if she's elected on day one.
Hi, my name is Sally Hartman. I'm a volunteer with the Center for Worker Justice. Okay. I want to know, when you become president, would you be committing to close immigration detention centers?
Absolutely, on day one. On day one. And thank you for.
So that means illegal immigrants, you can come in here without being vetted, without any of those things. You stay here long enough and you'll be able to get the things that you need to be legalized without actually going through the process that's been set. First and foremost, that's unconstitutional. Okay, you overriding the total constitution. But people are not aware enough to be able to realize that this woman and the things that she pushes is dangerous for this country. Again, they are so bent on just orange man not being in the office or a black woman being the president that they have no actual substance or understanding to the true issues that actually matter. Again, bro, why does it matter if an illegal immigrant wants a sex change? If you want a sex change, go get it, bro. I'm not judging you. I just don't think that taxpayer money should be given to something as what's the word I'm looking for? Minor or unimportant. That's the word. As that. So many other things that we could be putting money towards. They always talking about enriching the melanated communities, building entrepreneurship in those communities, prison reform, and all these other things that would actually be of some type of assistance and help to these communities or to the American people. So much money could be going to that. The money that you would want to give to illegal immigrants for sex changes, all that, literally all that, can go to actual American citizens. But nah, bro, they want to focus on what doesn't matter, major on the minors. I'm telling you, bro, Kamala is an extreme leftist, bro. She is radical. She is radical. Bro, to the 10th power, bro. That woman cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. She's crazy. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Now, of course, she isn't going to say any of these things out loud right now, because she knows that that's not going to get her elected. She knows that people are going to be like, that's not what we want. But she has a specific agenda that she has to push because of her election, her being elected. I call it selection, but other people think different. But we know that she wasn't actually voted in by the people. Heck, when she ran in 2020, her numbers were worse than Joe Biden's. So there's that. But now all of a sudden people want Kamala Harris in. Come on, bro. Let's put 2 and 2 together. But at the end of the day, she isn't bringing a lot of these things up that she talked about in the 2019 ACLU questionnaire, because she knows that there are bigger issues at hand, and she knows that if she actually brings out what she really wants to push, people are not going to elect her. So now she's going to get more she's going to now start to become more conservative. We're going to fix the border crisis. We're going to fix the economy. When at the end of the day, you know, if those were big issues, again, you've been in the office for 3.5 years, you could have handled that and took care of that yourself. Or with you being vice president right now, because we really don't know who's in office. We really don't know who's the president, if we're being honest. It's supposed to be Joe Biden, but he ain't nowhere to be found. Then you, Kamala, would actually fix what's going on right now. But we know that it's all talk. We know that you're really not going to do it. We know that you're not going to do it when you get in office. We know that you want to push your left, extreme, radical policies on the people. You want to continue to push the LGBTQ rights, because that's AKA communism, and it's going to destroy the country from inside out. And that's the plan, that's the goal of this administration. I always say this, that we are witnessing a real live coup right before our eyes. But yo, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace, love. I'm out.
100, 100, 100, that's all I know. Ain't taking a dime off. We working, and that for sure. Ain't taking no time off. We serving, deliver hope. Forget all that crime talk. 100, 100, 100, that's all I go. Yeah, that be what I'm about.